members are often the first on scene and the first to offer care in the wake of tragedies we are here to commemorate. As Chief of the Winnipeg Fire Paramedic Service, Christian Schmidt oversees the dedicated men and women who witness firsthand the devastating impact of impaired driving on our streets and within our families. His presence here today signifies the deep bond between our first responders and the community they serve. Please join to the podium, Chief Christian Schmidt.
Good morning. Thank you to NAD Manitoba for inviting our department to stand with you here today. And thank you to the families, survivors, and community members who have gathered here to honor the victims of impaired driving. It is truly an honor to be part of Manitoba's first annual Victims of Impaired Driving Day. Impaired driving profoundly impacts families, friends, first responders, and entire communities. It is a senseless crime and one that is completely preventable. As an emergency service, we see far too often the devastating consequences of impaired driving. Our 911 communications are the first to take the calls when someone has been injured or killed. Our frontline responders, both paramedics and firefighters, are then dispatched to these tragic scenes. They witness the twisted vehicles, the serious injuries, the lost lives, and the families whose worlds are changed forever in a single moment. These scenes do not end when the call is cleared. They stay with our members, just as the loss stays with the families and loved ones of the victims. Our presence here today is about solidarity. It is about standing with those who have been harmed, supporting survivors, and honoring the memory of those who should still be here with us. It is also about reminding our community that impaired driving is not an accident. It is a choice, and it is a preventable one. Behind every statistic is a human being, a child, a parent, a friend, a co-worker. When someone chooses to drive impaired, the consequences ripple far beyond the individual, affecting families, first responders, and entire communities. The Winnipeg Fire Paramedic Service is committed not only to responding to these emergencies, but to preventing them. We support education, enforcement, and advocacy efforts that save lives, because the best emergency call is the one that never needs to be made. To the victims and families, please know that you are seen, you are remembered, and you are not alone. To NAD Manitoba, thank you for your leadership and for creating space for remembrance, reflection, and action. We urge all Manitobans to make a commitment to themselves, their families, and their communities to never drive impaired, today, tomorrow, and beyond. Impairment takes many forms: alcohol, cannabis, and other drugs, including prescription medications. No matter what the cause, the outcome can be devastating. There are always safer choices that can be made to get yourself and people that you care about home safely. Please do not risk your ride being in the back of one of our ambulances. Make the plan, make the choice, and help ensure this day remains one of remembrance, not one that continues to grow. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief Schmidt. Our next speaker represents a service that works tirelessly on the front lines to keep our streets safe. From their check stop programs to the daily enforcements that prevent tragedies before it strikes, the Winnipeg Police Service is a cornerstone in our mission to end impaired driving. We are incredibly grateful for the officers who stand with us in both enforcement and community advocacy. To share a few words about the Winnipeg Police Service, please welcome Deputy Chief Lebowski.
Mr. Enns, for that. It's a real pleasure standing here with government officials, partners of first responders, but a true honor to stand along with family and friends of lost loved ones. I want to thank Matt Winnipeg for organizing this inaugural Victims of Impaired Driving Day Memorial Procession and for inviting the Winnipeg Police Service to stand with you all today. The procession that we took part in was extremely powerful. I know that word was used before, but it's marriage repeating. What it does is it forces us to slow down, to recognize the impacts of impaired driving and its life-altering choices. Today, we honor the victims. We honor and pay respect for families whose lives have been forever changed. We acknowledge the unimaginable grief that follows a loss that should never have occurred. On behalf of the Winnipeg Police Service, I want to clearly state, we stand with Mad Winnipeg. We support your mission, and we are committed to working alongside you to reduce impaired driving in our community. Policing plays a role, but enforcement alone will never be the full solution. In 2025, police services arrested 771 impaired drivers. This is a significant enforcement effort, but I want to be very honest when I say this. I want to be honest with you all today. Our goal is not to arrest impaired drivers. Our goal is to prevent impaired driving altogether. Our goal is to arrive one day at a year where that number is 0. Now, I think you'll agree we're not there yet. But we are committed to continuing the work needed to get there. We recognize that this goal hinges on strong collaboration. We are grateful for our partnership with Manitoba Public Insurance, whose investment in public education and impaired driving prevention campaigns helps us reach people before tragedies strike. We are equally committed to working with community organizations like Mad Winnipeg, whose voices bring awareness and remind us that this is about people and not about numbers. Your advocacy will help change lives. Your education will help save lives. Your courage in sharing painful stories, as difficult as it may be, ensures that victims are never forgotten. Today's procession is not about blame, it's about responsibility. Responsibility as drivers here in Manitoba. Responsibilities as a community. Responsibility as institutions to work together relentlessly until impaired driving becomes unacceptable, not just illegal. To the families and loved ones here today, please know that we remember you, we grieve with you, and we remain committed to doing everything in our power to prevent others from experiencing this loss. Thank you, Mad Winnipeg, for your leadership, your partnership, and for reminding all of us why this work matters. Thank you, merci, and English.
Thank you, Deputy Chief Kowalski. It is a privilege to introduce Stefan Campbell, the funeral home manager and director of Glen Eden Funeral Home and Cemetery. Glen Eden holds a deeply and significant place in the hearts of our members, as it is the home of the Manitoba Mad Monument. Under Stefan's leadership, the relationship between Mad and Glen Eden has flourished into a vital partnership. The dedication of all those at Glen Eden ensures that our monument remains a sanctuary of peace and remembrance, providing a dignified space for families across the province to honor their loved ones. Please welcome Stefan Campbell.
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, and most importantly, the courageous individuals affected by impaired driving that are present here today. My name is Stefan Campbell. I'm a licensed funeral director and embalmer in Manitoba and a funeral home manager at Glen Eden Funeral Home and Cemetery. It is an honor to be here today for the first annual Victims of Impaired Drivers Commemoration Day Ball. I, as well as the entire Glen Eden Funeral Home and Cemetery team, are grateful for the strong relationship our organization has with Mad Winnipeg. Today, we come together not just to mourn the tragic loss of loved ones, but to ignite a powerful call for change. 2026 is a significant year for impaired driving awareness because of this historic date today and for the fact that it marks the 10-year anniversary of the Mad Memorial Monument unveiling at Dunedin Cemetery, which was the first monument of its kind in Western Canada to honor the lives lost and bring public awareness of the impact of impaired driving. My role often places me in the path of grief and sorrow, and I am here today to honor the memory of those whose lives have been stolen too soon by the reckless choice of driving under the influence. Every year, countless families endure the unthinkable, experiencing despair that no one should have to face. As funeral directors, we serve these families on some of the most difficult days of their lives, guiding them through decisions they shouldn't have to be making, all because of another person's life-altering decision to drive impaired. Each individual lost too soon had a life unique to them, a life filled with hopes, of dreams, and loved ones. And behind each life lost lies a story of a mother, a father, a sibling, a friend, who are now left to navigate the aftermath of such a devastating loss. Today we stand in solidarity with Mothers Against Drunk Driving. Their unwavering commitment to raising awareness and advocating for stricter laws not only honors the memory of those we've lost, but also seeks to protect future generations from facing similar tragedies. This gathering reminds us of the profound impact that impaired driving has on families and our entire community. It is not merely about acknowledging the past, it's about taking action in the future. We each hold the capacity to safeguard our community, to speak out when we notice or see others taking unnecessary risks, and to offer alternatives such as designated drivers and ride-sharing services. Let us honor those we've lost by committing ourselves to this cause, by finding ways to engage and educate. Let their memories be the guiding force that propels us forward in our fight against impaired driving. Together, we can make a significant impact and help prevent any more heart-wrenching stories of loss. Thank you for being here today, for standing strong, and for being part of this vital conversation. Let us move forward as ambassadors of change, united against the senseless act of impaired driving. Thank you, Matt Winnipeg and Trevor Hentz, for inviting me here to speak today.